Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Pune from Ottawa, Canada. Today we are going to compare these two models of new scooter, KQI3 PRO and KQI3 MAX. Ali is going to explain us both similarities and differences and give us his honest review on them. Be with us.
Today we're gonna compare two new scooter model, KQI3 PRO versus KQI3 MAX. I've been riding these two scooters for almost 2 months now, and after 2 months I'm gonna tell you my honest review on both of them, and it will help you to decide which one is a good choice for you. All right, now in Canada you can see the Pro model go constantly on sale, and the price will drop down on the era of like $700 until $800, but I've never seen this Max model go any lower than 1100. So I would say most of the time they have a price difference like $300 to $400, and let's see if it does worth the price jump. Let's go with similarities because they have so many things in common. For first, I would say this grip, this brake lever, the accelerators, both of the screens are the same. This headlight, the whole body frame, and everything is almost the same. The only thing is difference between two is this red accent, which honestly I don't like. I think it messes with the whole appearance of the scooter because this is a really toned down scooter, and this red accent, especially this red string, I would honestly wish I could at least had an option to order it in black, because no one like this red string protruded from left side of the scooter, I would say. But it has some advantages regarding the Pro model, and it would be regarding its brake lights. It's bigger and it's brighter, so it definitely makes a difference to make you more visible at night. Aside that, there is no noticeable difference. And there is another thing that worth mentioning is the frame. The frame around the base, it wasn't used to be painted, but now it's painted, and they painted it in gray. Maybe you find it beautiful, but in my taste it doesn't go good on with the whole scooter appearance because everything is black. So I would rather the surrounding of the base to be black also. And there is another problem with the painted base. One time I actually fall down with my scooter, and it got a lot of scratches on this side, but it's not visible because it's black, and you won't even notice them unless if you really look for them. But on this gray surface, I'm pretty sure if you fell down, it'll get a lot of scratches, and black scratches on this gray surface would be so much more visible. Aside this appearance difference, there are other difference. I'm pretty sure you are looking for them, because other thing is visible and you can see it for yourself, so you won't see any comparison videos just based on the appearance. The thing everyone is excited about is the performance, because NIO stated that this Max model has like almost 100 watt more than this one. So it used to be like 350 watts, and it was peaked at 700, but this Max model is like 450 and it peaks at 900 watts. So basically in day-to-day use you should have like 100 more watts, and in this comparison we will test if this 100 watts extra actually makes any difference, if it actually give you a little bit more boost rather than this Pro version. And on the top of that, they've changed the battery and they put a bigger, heftier battery inside. It used to be 486 watt hour versus this new one has like 608 watt hour battery. So as New stated, this one was supposed to get you around 50 kilometers, and this one should get you around 65 kilometers. But both of this range that New provide you is based off power saving, and on the power saving, it maxed out on 15 kilometers and it toned down the motor to I don't know how many watts, but I'm pretty sure no one used that power saving mode. So in real world, the thing I could squeeze out of this Pro was something between 30 to 33 kilometers, versus this Max model I roughly get around 40 to 42 kilometers. So I would say usually in day-to-day usage, it'll get you like 10 kilometers more. And sometimes this 10 kilometers makes a huge difference, because it actually happened to me one time. I forget to charge it overnight, and in the morning it was 75%. I was supposed to go for grocery shopping, and back and forth it was like 20 kilometers. It didn't get me. Actually, it got me there, but on the way back, it turned off. Unfortunately, I had to carry it for about 1 kilometer, which wasn't convenient. So back then I wished to have at least a couple more kilometers, so I wouldn't have to carry that. And this Max model will definitely deliver that couple more kilometers at the end. Actually, it do more than couple kilometers. It will take you around 10 more kilometers. And regarding the performance, I've tested them in every different situations, on the flat surfaces, on steep hills, on the gravel, on the pavement, and everything. I would say in flat surfaces, you won't feel a huge jump and difference between their performances up until 30 kilometers. But after 30 kilometers, that's where you feel the difference, because this one maxed out at 32 kilometers and the other one will reach to 38 kilometers. But between that, between this 0 to 30, they almost perform the same. This one actually, when you are accelerating from 0 to 25 kilometers, I measured it reached to 25 kilometers around 4.5 seconds, and this one around 5.4 seconds. So they have like roughly 1 second difference in the acceleration between 0 to 25, and between 0 to 32 they have like 1.2 1.5 seconds of difference, which I would say it's not something huge. Unless if you are racing someone, it doesn't make any meaningful difference, because honestly I use both of them for my day-to-day commuting, and on day-to-day commuting to go to work, this 1 second of difference doesn't make a huge difference. Let's dive into it. I want to compare them in a steep slope on gravel area, and I want to race my wife. She is almost 10 kilo lighter than me. She's gonna ride this Pro model, and I'm gonna be on this Max model, and see if this 100 more watts would make up for this 10 kilo of difference. All right, now we want to compare these two on this steep hill, and it's not pavement, so it will be a little bit harder even on this scooter. We want to see if this added power actually makes any difference. I start from here and until I get to Pune, and I let you know the speed on the way. So let's get started. 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. Most of the way it was like on 13 and 14, it was fluctuating. And when I reached to the peak and it wasn't like any steep slope anymore, it got like to 17, 18, something like this. Let's try Pro version and see how this one performs. All right, Now we start with Pro, and I let you know the speed during the way. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, most of the way it was like mostly on 13 rather than the other one it was like 14. So I would say it'll make like 1 or 2 kilometers of difference on this steep slope. So if you are living in a neighborhood that you encounter like steep hills like every day, I would say maybe you find it a little bit more easier to commute with this one. But if you are cruising on flat surfaces, you won't notice anything like in a real world. And there is another thing: if you are traveling on this gravel area like this one, maybe it seems better to go for this one because this one has a self-healing tire. But you have to keep in mind this one costs almost 400 extra. So you can do the exact same thing, but adding some slime to this one, it'll cost you like 10-20 bucks, and it'll do the same thing. So let's compare their brake. Also, I've already done that, but I'm doing it again for your reference. They both feature dual disc brake front and rear, and they both have regen braking. But the regen braking is slightly different in this one rather than most of other scooters, because on those it's like on and off switch. When it turns on, it turns on hard, and it will be challenging sometime to steer your scooter while it's on. But in this one it's actually features a variable sensor mounted in the brake lever. As hard as you squeeze the lever, it will get stronger, and it will give you a smooth feeling. And it helps you especially on cruise control, when you are on a cruise control, and when you encountered any steep downhill, you won't experience like any jerky braking due to that regen braking. All right, let's dive into that braking power and see how does it perform.
Neo has slightly changed the braking mechanism on Max model, and as you could see on the first attempt I fall down, so I toned it down since it's adjustable, but on the second attempt it was still kind of strong and it wanted to tilt, but it was manageable. In general, the braking performance was okay on both of them, but you should be more careful with Max.
Well, let's see how these perform in front of each other. Pune is like 10-12 kilo lighter than me. I'm gonna be riding this Max, and she's gonna be riding the Pro. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. So as you saw, she was slightly pulling ahead due to her lighter weight, and this 100-watt difference couldn't make up for that. But I would say it's wiser if you go exactly the way we did, to purchase a Pro and a Max model. The heavier person can use the Max model, and it'll balance the everything actually. Because when you are heavier, you consume more battery. This one has more battery, so you approximately get the same range. And I wasn't so far behind, so I'm pretty sure if I was riding another this Pro model, I was so far off, and it will be a little bit annoying to constantly try to catch up with your partner. But there is another thing. Mio has even a higher version. It's KQI300X, and I'm planning to get one, and I'll definitely make another comparison between these three. be tuned for that, because that one has a lot of new features. The most important thing is that one has suspension, and it's a hydraulic suspension. It's one of the best kind of suspension that you can find on any scooter. So I'm very excited about that. And on the top of that, that one picks out on 1000 watts. So maybe then I can even pass her. Be tuned for that.